Hi everyone, Jill from Red Tent Australia here. I'm really excited to be sitting with my dear sister Jada Dawson. So some of you know Jada as the facilitator for Gold Coast South Red Tent, which just celebrated their first birthday last week. And others have known Jada she's been working in this industry for a very long time, and her path has been very clear. She really loves to do these practices of women's self-care. So at the Boundless Self-Love Retreat, Jada is going to be bringing us radical self-love embodiment practices. It's going to be a beautiful, gentle workshop. So Jada, what was it that made you want to come and present this at Boundless Self-Love Retreat?
Thank you for having me, Jill. And yeah, I'm very excited about coming to the Self-Love Retreat. And for me, it's really about the connection, about how we come together as women. And my past, and I think we all have a story to share. And when we actually share that from our hearts, it creates community and creates a beautiful bond where women know they're not alone on whatever their journey is. So for me to really come and present, it's an honour. I love to really reach out to women, and I think this is such a supportive, loving environment to do so. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited.
Beautiful. And I love the progression of the path that since we first met, I think was at the last Boundless Retreat, which will be 2 years. And then you decided to come and do facilitator training and open your red tent. And now you're presenting at this one. So it seems like a perfect progression. Can you talk about what it is that drives you? Why are you so passionate about this work?
For me, it's the core of who I am. I cannot be but about self-love, because for me, my journey has been all about self-love. Being a woman who was born with a physical disability, and the way society views those that aren't perfect, shall we say, or whatever that classification they want. Yeah, I really struggled with self-love, and it affected my whole life, the choices I made from a teenager onwards. And yeah, I was totally disconnected from my body. That was her, and then there was me. And there was always a longing to embrace her and bring her to me, but I just didn't know how. I honestly didn't know how. And then, yes, started my journey into women's circles, and I absolutely love the concept of learning or relearning these ancient practices. You know, people say we've lost them. I don't believe we've lost them. There's a part of us that has forgotten, but there's also a part of us that knows. Yeah. And when we actually find that and we come home to ourselves and treat ourselves as the divine feminine, is so beautiful, and it can change so much of our world.
It's absolutely life-changing, because the way that we view ourselves then changes, and it also sets in place a standard that, you know, we no longer feel the same way about ourselves, and we won't accept anything less. And so for this, the theme of this year's Boundless Self-Love Retreat is called Invoking the Warrior Woman. And in terms of that theme, when we know that we are, you know, powerful, strong women, and we are surrounded by powerful, strong women, then we will be able to lift each other up. So can you remember a time that you'd like to share with us that you've had to invoke your warrior woman?
Certainly. My warrior woman and I are very, very much entwined. She is the one that fights for me. She is the one that steps up when I start that whole negative, oh, I'm not good enough, or I shouldn't be, or this, you know, those belittling stories we tell ourselves. So she's right there, and she lets me get away with nothing, and I honour her for that. Yeah. And particularly, as I said, going back to being a woman with a disability, you know, we have that fear of showing ourselves, of being fully in our power and stepping up and shining and saying, well, look, here we are, and we are of worth. So my warrior woman, that's her whole mission for me, is when I step back, she says, oh, no, you don't. And we go forward together. And through her, I have such a deep understanding of what it means to be a real warrior woman. And not in, I suppose there's many ways of being a warrior woman. For me, she is all about standing firm. And she allows me to actually let go of fears and to voice who I am and shine my light. And for that, eternally grateful. And there's times where, you know, we do need our warrior woman. You know, we can be very much inwards and we can take on board things that are not ours to take on board.
Yeah.
But when she steps up, she reminds me of the ancient ways. She reminds me that I am a reflection of the divine. I have my birthright to be here in this moment and to be a powerful woman. And I urge everyone to find their warrior woman, and she will present in many, many ways.
And I think this weekend is going to be, for some women, maybe the first time that they've felt that permission to stand in their power. But for those of us that have been walking this path for a while, it's an opportunity to unite. And I think that magnifies the power of the whole intention as well. And, you know, today is the beginning of March, and I'm not sure when this will air, but I'm sure it will be in the next few days. So the campaign that we are sort of focusing on is March Against Domestic Violence. And so we're reaching out to women who have experienced or are experiencing domestic violence in their life. And recently we did a survey of our members and people that have been to Red Tent. 97% of us have experienced or are experiencing domestic violence. 97%.
You just can't grasp that. There's just
crisis. It's crisis
point. Yes, it is.
So the theme, Invoking the Warrior Woman, and the aim of this weekend is to eliminate isolation and connect the women to the community and create that circle of support. And I'm sure that through this video and meeting you and feeling these ancient embodiment practices, women will become changed. So for anybody that's watching this video, please share this video. Please let women who are in the area, and so Redland Bay is the area of the retreat. So we have women coming from all over Australia and even New Zealand to this retreat. Please share and let women know about this event. And thank you so much for being here, Jada, and I can't wait to see you at the event at the end of May.
Thank you, my darling. And I just reiterate your words. You know, when women come together, we create change, we create connection. So please, honestly, spread the word. It's something that your heart is longing for, and you will find your home. So thank you, my darling.
Thank you.